Is that who I think it is? Is Joy still on the freak beat? Can someone get me Joy Mercado?
That's him. When did he get back into New York?
What? Where's he been?
L.A. Yeah, there's phone footage of him standing in the middle of Sunset shouting at Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Captain America. Only they're not there. He's talking to thin air.
What?
Word is that he has DID, what they used to call multiple personality disorder. He's got a great story. I was told he used to be a mercenary, a real bastard. And the one time he actually stands in front of innocent people, this was a dig in Egypt, some hidden crypt. He gets shot dead by his buddies. So there he is, dead, at the foot of this statue of Khonsu, an Egyptian god, and he gets up again. There's this old hooded cloak draped on the statue. He puts it on and beats the crap out of everybody. Now Khonsu, he has 4 different aspects, so the mercenary, he comes back to the States, becomes the Moon Knight, and 2 other people. He's got 4 different personalities now, dissociative identity disorder. He's completely nuts, cut off a guy's face once. If he's back in town, you need to talk to... The mayor created that new sweeper squad for homicide, specifically for freak beat stuff. He's on that squad. Flint. There's a Detective Flint on the sweeper squad. Talk to him.
I got a question. Why would you wear white and a giant cape that looks like a moon if you're fighting crime and hunting faces at night?
Easy. He likes people to see him coming. Because he's crazy.
Correlate police radio capture with map and GPS. Show me the last 4 events in incident folder SL2. Include all folder events in a perimeter. Alright then, driver, go to new event location, town speed, park.
Confirmed.
Well now,
Sir, that's
Mr. Knight, a concerned citizen.
No, it's Moon Knight.
No, if that man were identified by the name of Dangerous Vigilante, then I'd have to follow a very specific set of standing orders and restrain him using whatever force was necessary. So, this is a thing we do. The police on the street, that's Mr. Knight. Are we clear on that, son? Hello, Mr. Knight.
What do you think we're looking at, Detective Flint?
Welcome to a crime scene. We got a slasher again. One of the first cases we ever worked on together was a slasher. Should have known a slasher would freak you out again.
This isn't that. Slashers are bad enough, attacking people who only wanted to travel at night. But this one's different. The victim's a strongman.
All the victims were strongmen, bouncers, security, gym rats, and they all have bits cut off them. Good sharp knife, the real Jack the Ripper stuff.
Look at the cuts, Flint. This isn't a surgeon's work. Sharp knife, but not exactly medical level operations.
Taking trophies or lunch.
Maybe, but the kill wound tells me things. No real medical training, but someone taught your perp how to murder people. Which makes me wonder why he worked here. He's going after a particular type, but he's not trailing them.
Pay attention to Mr. Knight. He thinks in a very particular way.
This is a tight spot, but why did he wait here?
Who said he did?
There's nothing to connect the Vicks. Slashers are opportunistic, but your perp is... he must be surveilling. Maybe during the day, or... he's picking his Vicks for their size, but he's fighting like a wounded soldier. It's an ambush point.
That's something you know about Mr. Knight?
He's not traveling far. He's working within a prescribed radius. I need maps.
Perhaps you'd like to expand for my colleagues.
The slasher Flint mentioned was classic. Opportunistic within a preferred territory. This one is pulling planned ambushes within a personal kill zone. That means several things, including that he must have a hide. Night or not, he's not walking far carrying fresh human organs. And I have a feeling he can't walk far anyway.
He?
He. Weight distribution, height, and there's something wrong with his heel. In a dense part of town, too. You know it's as deep as the Chrysler Building is high?
No, what?
Everything under Manhattan. There's tunnels 1,000 feet under us.
Wait, Mr. Knight. This is all real interesting, but you're not a police officer, so you can't just go around...
Officer, I appreciate your perspective, but I'm talking about going underground into the hide of a highly trained killer, which will be where he keeps all of his weapons. I'd prefer to do that part for you.
You're crazy!
It's been said.
Also, I hate to be the one to point this out, but wearing a white suit, he's kinda going to see you coming.
That's the part I like. The maps and the computers and the self-driving cars and all the other tools. The entire return to New York, paid for with laundered old blood money, becoming sane by spending what the crazy days paid him. And that's how you did it. Pull yourself up a rope and slide down another on an Absol kit. Hard on the arms, easy on the legs. Well, this is a totally sane thing to do. Over all this noise? You're running some heavy machinery down here.
Sure. Important machines. Can't hear myself think sometimes. The noise is in my bones. But that's okay. You here to take me out? You armed?
Not anymore. I came down here to learn your story.
My story? I am a soldier. I am an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I am down here to get better.
You were injured in the field?
An IED blew the crap out of me, and they wouldn't fix me. Just said I wasn't fit for service and threw me out. Look at me. Look at me now. I found all the old medical stuff they wouldn't use on me because it's not right or illegal or whatever. And look how much better I am. I mean, hell, when I'm done, they're going to have to take me back there and look crazy not to.
No need for the weapons, soldier. So you were killing healthy people for supplies?
Right? I mean, who does all that training and then does nothing useful with their bodies? These are people who actually know the names of their muscles, but do they sign up or work to get in the academy and serve their country? Hell no. Perfectly useful muscles and organs going to waste. Every time I go on a supply run, I get better. I have to get better.
So, I've got this straight. You go up, you hide, you watch and track fit people, and then you kill them. You take pieces of them down here, and paste them into your own body with obsolete, exotic medical machinery. And you think this is the best use of their lives and your time and skills?
No offense, buddy, but you're a mile underground and wearing a white suit and a bag on your head.
Fair point.
And you're unarmed. And you're gonna die down here.
I've died before. It's boring, so I stood up.
I don't know, man. I think you'd have things I need. Did you think you were going to drag me out of here? Give me to the cops or back to S.H.I.E.L.D.? I know your masked types.
I could, but I have to tell you, you don't know me. You've never met anyone like me before. You prey on innocent travelers at night. That's all I care about. All I'm doing is stopping you. As simply and completely as possible.
So how are you gonna stop me?
I stopped you 2 minutes ago. Look down. Too much noise in here. You didn't hear it bounce off the wall? It looked like it was important. I wonder what would have happened if you'd ever actually been in a fight, instead of hiding your lumpy ass behind some garbage and stabbing people in the back from cover.
Let's find out.
Not good enough, soldier. Look, Doctor. I appreciate the time you spent, but I'm not comfortable with this. I was at a low point when I hired you.
No, Mr. Spectre. You were at a lucid point. That is why you paid your fee in advance. You knew you'd slip back. The good news is that you don't have dissociative identity disorder. I'm not certain what barbers and fakirs you had previously consulted with, but you don't catch DID simply by pretending to be other people for a while. If that were true, we would be under an epidemic of soap opera actors putting bags on their heads and cutting people's faces off, no? Not that that would be uninteresting to me. I'm sure that following your experiences, you've read extensively about Khonshu. I found it particularly resonant. Khonshu is said to have 4 aspects: Pathfinder, Embracer, Defender, and the Watcher of overnight travelers. And in your most violent moments, Khonshu's vengeful secret aspect, the one who lives on hearts. The bad news, Mr. Spectre, is that you have brain damage. I believe you were indeed raised from the dead by an outer terrestrial entity, and remade to some extent by that entity's operations. You are made to be driven by Khonshu's chosen agency. You bring vengeance to those who would harm travelers by night. You cycle through those 4 aspects, and your brain, struggling to define what has happened to it, seeks to apply identities to them. Whether that be Mark Spector, Stephen Grant, and Jake Lockley, or Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Captain America, your brain has conjured them to explain what has happened to you. You're not insane. Your brain has been colonized by an ancient consciousness beyond space and time. Smile.
my son.